The #1 Penn State Nittany Lions begin their quest for yet another Division I men's wrestling national team title this season. Let's break down their competition schedule. Penn State's first duel will be at home against the Oklahoma Sooners in a match that could feature 17 ranked wrestlers, including 2 top 10 battles at 165 and 197 pounds. Penn State will then travel to compete in the Black Knight Invitational before taking on the Drexel Dragons in Philadelphia. Penn State will return home on December 7th to welcome the Lehigh Mountain Hawks in a match where you'll definitely want to keep your eye on the 3 lightest weights, 125, 133, and 141 pounds. Lehigh has a stacked 1-2-3 punch at those weights, featuring All-American Sheldon Seymour, All-American Ryan Crookham, and All-American Luke Stanich, that will be expected to take on Penn State's All-American Luke Lillidahl, world champion Marcus Blaze, and All-American Braden Davis. Penn State will then have 3 more non-conference duels, taking on Wyoming on the road, and then competing against Stanford and North Dakota State in Music City at the Collegiate Duels. The Stanford duel in particular could feature a top 5 matchup between Penn State All-American Tyler Kasek and Stanford All-American Daniel Cardenas, who is coming off a red shirt. The Big Ten slate for the Penn State Nittany Lions begins on January 10th against a stacked Rutgers squad that features 9 ranked wrestlers, before taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes the very next week on January 16th. Penn State is favored in 8 of 10 weights against the Hawkeyes, though the weight to watch this year will be up 184 pounds, as Penn State's Rocco Welsh is set to take on Iowa's Angelo Ferrari. Penn State will then wrestle Indiana, Northwestern, and Maryland, the last duel of which will provide Rocco Welsh with yet another test in Maryland's #4, Jackson Smith, who finished on the podium in 2025. Penn State's Big Ten schedule wraps up in style against Nebraska on January 30th, Michigan on February 6th, and Ohio State on February 13th. All 3 of these teams have at least 8 ranked wrestlers, and all 3 will provide a huge challenge to Penn State's 141-pounder, as that athlete will likely have to take on NCAA finalist Brock Hardy, All-American Dylan Ragusin, and NCAA champion Jesse Mendez in back-to-back-to-back weeks. Big Ten wrestling is tough. Penn State will then wrap up its schedule against Princeton at home on senior night in Rec Hall before heading into the postseason and the Big Ten tournament, which will be hosted in State College.